It's Michelle Obama, and I'm here with my big brother, Craig.
Hey, everybody.
We're here because we're excited to announce the launch of our new podcast called IMO with Michelle Obama and Craig Robinson.
We started talking about this at the outset, why we're doing this
Mhm.
show.
What we have, um, even in our lack of resources, in our household growing up, we had people who would share their opinions, give us advice. We had mentors, and we were used to mentoring and being mentored. And I realize that a lot of people don't have that. They don't have a safe place to come sometimes.
Right.
We're going to be taking questions from listeners.
Michelle Obama. Towards the end of that clip, Michelle Obama claimed that they were going to be taking questions from listeners who are going through things. This is a safe space. Yeah. Yeah, it's a safe space because no one is there. It's kind of hard to take questions from listeners when they don't exist. You know, it's strange. As I was doing my research last night on our newest nominee for the 3rd annual upcoming Huge Embarrassing Failure Awards, I was reading through some of the comments on Michelle Obama's microscopic YouTube channel. As I'm reading through the comments, I kept seeing people talking about someone named Mike or Big Mike, Big Mac. Initially, I thought they were talking about that disgusting hamburger from McDonald's. Then I thought they were talking about her doofus brother, but then I looked him up and I discovered that his name is Greg, or Craig. Who cares? It doesn't matter what his name is. No one is tuning into this podcast to listen to the musings of Greg. Hell, no one is tuning into this podcast, period. When I found out that Greg clearly was not Mike, I thought maybe they were referring to a guest. But there wasn't a guest on the episode that I listened to, so the mystery remains. I am working with the authorities in their search for Mike. If anyone has any information as to Mike's whereabouts, please let me know in the comments below. You know, nowadays, everyone is trying to become a podcaster. Everyone is trying to become a YouTuber, since it's so easy. I mean, why work a regular 9-to-5 job when you can buy a camera and a microphone and millions of people will just instantly tune in? Yesterday on our channel Discord server, one of my younger channel members, he was talking about his dreams, his aspirations of becoming a YouTuber. Good kid. He's young, only 18 or 19 years old. I was asking what he was doing to make his dream become a reality. He said that he didn't have the time to fully commit right now because of school and his internship at a local radio station, which fine. I'm sure he is learning a lot at the radio station, and I'm sure he's gaining extensive knowledge about proper pronouns in college, or as I prefer to call it, the indoctrination center. I told him that the time excuse was fine for now, but as he got older, time is going to become more and more scarce. One of the biggest differences between people who make it on YouTube and those who don't, the people who make it, they make the time. I remember waking up at 4 in the morning to upload videos before work. I would prep videos until 11, 12 o'clock at night, wake up at 4 or 5 in the morning to record them, rushing home during my lunch break to record another one, spending the entire day on Sunday prepping for the upcoming week, because that was one of the only full days I had the time to do it. There was no such thing as excuses. There was no such thing as finding time. I made time. There was no plan B. You know what happens to people who have a plan B? Plan A doesn't come to fruition. I have the same mentality today that I had back then. It is extremely rare for me to miss an upload. Now, of course, I have all the time in the world now because this is all I do. But it took 2 years of me busting my ass to get to this point. But making time is one of many factors that goes into this. There are a lot of people who have time who never make it on YouTube. Some lack the dedication that it takes. Some lack the drive, the ambition. Some lack the talent, the charisma. The two things that are very, very hard to explain. From time to time, I'll have aspiring creators reach out to me asking how to get people to watch the entirety of their videos, asking why people are turning them off after the first minute or two. Sometimes I can help them out, but a lot of times I can't because I just don't know. People are either drawn to you or they're not. Caitlin Clark is the only player in the history of the WNBA that has been able to draw mainstream attention and sustain it. Why? No one knows, just like no one knows why there are millions and millions of YouTube channels and less than 1% are generating all the traffic and all the revenue. Unfortunately for Michelle Obama, for the first time in decades, she's not part of the 1%. Make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at KC_BTL84. Link to the second channel is in the description below. Today on the second channel, talking about ratings in women's college basketball. As we thought here on the channel, women's basketball is performing well in championship games. They're performing well when the stakes are high, but they are struggling during the regular season. I explain why I believe the women are struggling during the regular season. So if you haven't already, head over to the second channel and subscribe. Michelle Obama and brother Greg, who I am sure is working very hard to be promoted to deacon status at Woke United Methodist. Michelle and brother Greg, they recently launched their YouTube channel. Luckily for Michelle, she was entering the space with benefits and advantages that most people don't have. Guys like me, the guys at Black and White Sports, we didn't have the benefit of mainstream recognition. We didn't have the benefit of free promotion from the mainstream media. The vast majority of creators on YouTube, they had to build their audience from the ground up. So Michelle Obama, she launched her channel with a massive benefit that most creators just don't have. If you Google Michelle Obama, dozens and dozens of articles are promoting her channel. ABC News, The Daily Beast, Fox News, Variety, Newsweek, MSN. Millions of people around the world have been exposed to her new YouTube channel. And Michelle Obama, she paid $0 for this promotion. If I had to guess, I would be willing to bet that she paid thousands of dollars to promote herself as well, which is fine. Fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm incredibly confused when I look at the results. I remember when Angel Reese started her YouTube channel, she had 10, 15, 20,000 subscribers before she posted a video. Even someone like Chris Cuomo. Hey, it's me, Chrissy C. When Chris Cuomo was promoting himself as the biggest free agent in media, there were people who were actually watching. Now, of course, most of those people were lonely men patiently waiting for another shirtless selfie. But at least Chris Cuomo was drawing an audience. Unfortunately, I can't say the same for Michelle Obama. Well, Casey, what about brother Greg? Yeah, I already forgot about him. 14 hours after releasing her debut episode, Michelle Obama drew 12,000 views. While I was prepping this video, she released a new video titled Beats and Hot Dogs. You know, I've never understood the woke obsession with wiener. Also, aren't grilled wieners very unhealthy? I thought Michelle Obama was focused on curing childhood obesity. Put down the ruffles and pick up the Brussels! Either way, the video had 700 views in the first hour. Now, in her defense, Views are very tough to come by right now on YouTube. I was talking with some other creators this past weekend. Everyone is going through the same struggle right now. It is typically slower during the first quarter of the year, but March has been especially brutal, which is why I can't tell you enough how much I appreciate you guys. During times like this, your daily viewers, your subscribers, you guys are the ones that get us through it. So, even with the free publicity and promotion, it's not all that surprising that Michelle Obama is struggling to draw big numbers. However, there is something to be concerned about. What stood out to me the most was her like to dislike ratio. Me personally, I strive for 10% of views to likes for videos under 100,000 views. And for the most part, that's what I average. Right now, most of my videos are averaging around 20,000 views, and they're also averaging around 2,000 likes. The average percentage on this channel right now is 99%, meaning for every 99 likes, there is one dislike. On her debut episode with 12,000 views, Michelle Obama had 1,400 likes, which is a great number. Great number. Problem is, she had 1,500 dislikes. That is a problem. I thought the Obamas were beloved. I thought they were universally liked and respected. How come so many people are giving her videos a thumbs down? I'm sure some of it's coming from people who are politically motivated. I'm sure some of it's coming from people who aren't willing to give Michelle Obama a chance. Some probably clicked the video just to dislike it. But Uncle Casey was willing. Uncle Casey was willing to be open-minded and give Michelle Obama and Greg a chance. After 15 minutes, I had to turn it off. And it's not because Michelle Obama said something egregious. They weren't talking about Chad Thundercock modeling tuck-friendly bathing suits or anything like that. Matter of fact, in the 15 minutes that I listened, there was nothing political about it. Both Michelle and Greg, they're very intelligent. They're both eloquent speakers. But the debut episode, it was just boring. There was nothing inherently wrong with it, but there was nothing special about it either. For several minutes, they were talking about their mother giving them an alarm clock in kindergarten and expecting them to wake themselves up for school. She was instilling discipline and responsibility at a very young age. Great story. Great story. But in order for it to be a great story, an entertaining story, it's got to be told by a great storyteller. Got to be told by someone with the charisma to draw people in. And Michelle Obama, she just doesn't have it. Brother Greg damn sure doesn't have it. Unfortunately for Michelle Obama, charisma's not something that she can borrow from her husband, who is without a doubt one of the most charismatic people in the country. If this channel succeeds, it is going to be up to Michelle Obama to carry it. And I just don't know if she can. I'm sure that she will bring on guests. I'm sure some of them will be high profile. Who knows? Who knows? Michelle Obama could become a leader in this space. But as of right now, there's just only one way to describe it. Huge, embarrassing failure. Give me your thoughts on this. Has anyone listened to Michelle Obama's podcast? If so, what did you guys think about it? I might give her another chance if this is something that we cover here on the channel in the future, but the debut episode, it was tough to get through. Do you think Michelle Obama has the charisma to make this interesting, entertaining? Let me know. Sound off in the comments below. I'll see you guys later.